So, Jeanette, it's so great to have a chance to just connect in with you after our wonderful trip to Oneness University and the science courses in September. And I think the first thing I want to just have you reflect on is what do you feel has been the biggest impact and shift that you've had since you've been back?
I think one of the biggest impacts for me has been watching my mind and being the observer. And we learned several ways in which we can become the observer of our thoughts and the observer of our minds. And for me to do the practices when I came back and to watch how the mind has me seduced.
Oh, great. Yeah.
And how that seduction has kept me from being my highest self and expressing my highest self in all these years.
Wow. So that's a huge piece to have. And here we are the very first week in January, and I'm taking this video of you, and in the background is one of your beautiful art pieces. I'm just wondering, how has this impacted, this experience of being at Oneness and taking the science courses? Has it impacted your experience as an artist?
Yeah, most definitely. I realized that when I made the decision several years ago to follow my heart's desire to be an artist, I didn't realize until after I took the course that I had such resistance to doing what I love to do.
Wow.
And I saw how much my mind got in the way of me doing what I've come to Earth to do. And it's all through the resistance and how much energy I use in my life, resisting the good in my life. I'm resisting I would ask for something and then I'd resist it. And I didn't even know that that's what I was doing.
Wow, that's a huge piece.
It's giant.
So you're feeling more energy now than you've felt in a long time.
And I love that there's nothing I need to do about this except realize that this is what I'm doing. Oh, I'm resisting. Oh, I'm being angry. Oh, and it's just the knowing that you just have to know what's happening. All of this stuff was happening in the background and I was being run by it, but I didn't even know it.
You were unconscious of it.
Very unconscious of it.
So this awareness.
It's huge.
You. So just to reflect for a few minutes on the courses at Oneness University. The first course, The Science of Fulfillment, was really about engaging in day-to-day life. Yeah. It wasn't about, sitting on the cushion and doing your meditation. Have you noticed any kind of shift internally and externally in that regard since you've been back?
Definitely. I see that, driving in traffic, going to the grocery store, being checked out, the awareness of where I am, what I'm feeling, how I'm resisting, what mood I'm in, impacts every area of my life. There isn't an area of my life it hasn't impacted.
Yeah.
Life-changing.
Also, now, when we were in India together at the end of week 2, which was the science of transformation, you were given a number saying that you are fully awakened. How has that experience of being awakened impacted you in terms of what's going on for you around that?
Well, I resisted it at first.
Oh, good. You just miss resistance. I love it.
I didn't even know.
You were aware of a resistance.
Right.
Okay.
No, I wasn't aware I was resisting.
Before.
No. Actually, a lot of the things that happened for me, it started when I first signed up to go to Oneness, but a lot of the work, the real deep work, happened after I returned.
Yeah.
And there was about a period of about 5 weeks, that I was trying to integrate, but I didn't know how to integrate. And so I really needed to take that time to really own those teachings and really own the process that my divine was leading me through. And so the process about awakening for me and receiving a number had no impact on me until I returned.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So I know a lot of times people get an awakening number and they're in a sense of disbelief, like, I'm not really that different than I was before. Was that part of your experience when you were there? I mean, or because I kind of knew you before you went, and I thought you had already moved into a pretty high state even before you went to India. Was there a sense of disbelief at all for you, or was it just kind of like, well, let's just wait and see what this is all about?
I think I was releasing so much in India that I was on discharge most of the time.
Interesting. Yeah.
And the integration and the teachings, although I understood them mentally, I did not embody them until I came back.
Awesome. Well, and that's part of what we're being shared, by the guides and also by Sri Bhagwan, that it's not about knowing the teachings or understanding, it's about experiencing them. So that's really what you were doing. So.
Right. And, you're away, it's on like a vacation, and it's kind of hard to incorporate the experience there because you're taken care of. You don't have to deal with writing a check. You don't have to deal with cooking your own meals. And so I think that the deeper work, the understanding of the work happens when you come back. And at least that's been the experience of some of the other women who were on the trip with us.
Super. Well, thank you so much, Jeanette. And I know you would recommend to people take these courses.
Absolutely.
Life-changing.
Absolutely. If you want to change your life, if you truly want to change your life, give yourself this gift.
Thanks so much, Jeanette.
Thank you.